So the divided states have said that they're going to move to Plan B for their so-called Nini facilities, and they're going to be taking their patients back to the divided states after a week of uproar and outrage online. Even President Cyril Ramaphosa even put in his 2 cents. South Africans hated on your president so bad. Guys are even calling him President Ebola. So our voices have power. Don't be lied to. And it's like we blew the cover of what these guys wanted to do. They wanted to turn Kenya into a Congo. Because without the Ninis of Kenya and Congo, AI cannot survive. Electric cars cannot nini. Easy surveillance system wanataka kujenga in all the world. They can't do it without Kenya and Congo. And so we've won a brief battle, but we're here to win the war, and we run the marathon.
Wow. New information's coming up, new story, and looks like this Ebola scandal is taking a different angle. What? Hey, my goodness. I think by the end of this coming week, we shall be talking about something else. Yeah, this story of this, of course, Ebola scandal, I've seen a lot being said, and there are claims that they were trying to fool us. That was not the thing. There was something that was. I'm not going to say it because these are just, these claims that you read on social media and are confirmed. But the story is that was not something that was intended. That the story was just there because they didn't want you to know something that was going on. There were others talking about the South Sudan, issue, the government, power, and everything. Now we have here Mumbi Saraki telling us a different story. But I like the fact that we said no to it. We as the people of this country, even those who've been singing about two-term, I like the fact that we came together and say no to it. Whether it was just a story being generated, but I like the fact that we said no to it. And if I'm not wrong, the protest continues on Tuesday in Nanyuki, because I've seen posters, the people of Laikipia saying this cannot happen in this country because Kenyans understand very well our health system. We know because majority of Kenyans seek medical attention. Whenever we are sick, we visit public hospitals. And we know because these are, most of the private health facilities is for these politicians and the mikora ambao wanatuibia kwa hii nchi. So majority of Kenyans can only afford to get treated public hospital, and we know the status of our public hospitals. We cannot say, or we cannot beat around the bush and say that it is good, it is working. Nothing is working. It is just, sometimes it is just by the grace of God. This is what I say. Because right now, visit any nearest public hospitals near you, or near our public center, or any public health facility near you. You will get to understand why Kenyans are so furious and mad. Because we know these people who are struggling to treat malaria, these people are struggling any time you visit any public hospital, unaambiwa tu dawa utaenda ukanunua huko nje, we don't have medicines and all that. But the government wants us to believe that it can deal with Ebola. The irony, just few months after it emerged that 11 billion Kenyan shillings was stolen from the Shah kitty. You see, these people careless. This is what by now we should accept. That these people, the health minister, we're talking about Aden Duale and all these people, careless. In fact, Aden Duale was being interviewed the other day by this guy, Jeff Koinange of Citizen TV. And Aden Duale was just there talking nonsense. and saying that, in fact, the government was right not to involve people for this public participation thing about this Ebola facility being set up in Kenya, that the government needs not to consult the people of this country. What do you mean by that? The problem we have is people who are in 2022 we elected people who are looking forward to be the billionaires and trillionaires, and just people who are looking forward to making money, despite to them the end justifies the mean. They care less. Health is a very crucial sector in this country. Health is a sector, or one of the sectors, that is going through so much, that is facing a lot of challenges in this country. But we have the likes of Kina Aden Duale and the people who think that because they can afford to get treatment in other countries, they can afford to go to the US, they can afford to go to Dubai, they can afford to go to India and all these places. Aden Duale thinks that now we are ready, we can defend, we can defeat Ebola, and we can bring, my goodness, hey, political mistakes that we made in 2022 is really costly, really costly. It is really costly, but I believe that we are learning it the hard way. And we are so ready to change all these things. Oh my goodness. Oh, hey, Mimi, you know the moment few months ago when that the Shah scandal came up, Mimi, I just knew that indeed we don't have people in these political positions. They're not even people, and they're not even animals. I don't know how to categorize these people. I don't know where we can put them, because they're not people, they're not human beings, they behave like, I don't know, a mixture of what, a combination of what, I don't know, because what they do, it is just out of this world. So the stories are coming up in regards to this Ebola thing. Ebola, of course, deal Kenya made with the US. A lot is coming up. A lot of stories are coming up, and we will keep seeing them. Let's see. We'll try to, as much as possible, to get some information about if indeed what is being, of course, shared on social media are true or not. Because there's a lot. I've read a lot of stories about it, from power sharing to struggles for power, to now talking about minerals, to now we're talking about the regime change. So there is a lot of stories that is coming up. But I will try to, as much as possible, try to get this information, and perhaps maybe next week I shall do a video about it if I have really a very verified information about this whole issue. The tactics of this government has been about getting Kenyans occupied and talking about something else. This has been the Ruto's tactics of trying to make Kenyans not to concentrate on what they are doing. So if indeed that this was one of them, then oh my God, they got it wrong. Because Kenyans people were so ready, especially on matters health, and they're not ready. Well, they made a blunder in 2022 pause, but they're not ready to just allow these people to sink this country further. And we know how we struggled with the COVID-19 in 2020, and they're not ready now to, Kenyans are not so ready to allow these people to continue sinking this country further. So different stories are coming up, but as I've told you, I'll try to check on them to verify them. Then once I have tangible and detailed information, of course, I will share with you here. So Tuesday is another protest. I said that even when it was being announced that the people from Laikipia are demonstrating, he wanted it to happen the whole of this country, because this is a very crucial matter. Health is something that we're struggling with. Our health system is broken. Health sector is broken. So it is something that we as Kenyans are struggling with. We know our status of our hospitals. County government can't run health. It is just proving to be a hard thing and all that. So I wanted this to be a countrywide protest, so that our voices as the people of this country can be heard. And that voice is a no to this deal. But let's see how they will proceed with it now that we have information that they are planning to cancel it. And let's see how it is going to happen. If it happens, then our power as the people of this country, just know that your voice matters. Don't ever sit back and watch other people fighting and you. Now, this is a fight that we should all come together, because what you're trying to do is just trying to protect this country. And if everything works in this country, all of us will benefit. It's not like now it is only few are benefiting from this corrupt regime. Now, if we get in the right system and a system that works, then all of us will benefit from it. So this is what we should always have in mind, that our fighting is not like we are fighting for some people to benefit. No, we get in the right system, then all of us will benefit from it. So allow me to end this video here for today. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.